Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kimberly with Unseen Twisted Truths. We are the People's Podcast. I have DDH on here with me. Everybody else is celebrating holidays. Yeah, I get it. DDH, you in the building or just sharing? Peace. I guess not. I guess he's just an icon. All right, nonetheless, I don't mind. So, I want to talk to you guys tonight. I'm not going to be on here long. I just want to talk about a few things. I'm just hurrying up and highlighting real quick. A lot of people are going to be celebrating in these holidays and everything of the earthly realm without coming on. So I'm just going to share this real quick. I've been sick for almost a week now, and then DDH has been sick too. So that's probably why he's just an icon. But nonetheless,
Peace.
Oh, I was having a whole conversation.
Yeah, hey, how you doing? Peace. So I had to run to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, okay then. Anyway, so I told everybody that you've been sick and I've been sick. So
Yes, everyone. I have been sick, so just keep me in your thoughts as I fight this cold.
but anyways, and everybody's out celebrating them earthly holidays.
Yeah, everyone's with their families, having a good time, and doing all the stuff that people really do, taking the pictures, getting stuff, eating unhealthy.
Or eating healthy, either or. We talked about Tuesday. You heard about the show on Tuesday because you were at work, but you were listening. For Tuesday's show, we talked about change. No excuses, just change.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to touch base on this, and I want to touch base on it so much. I don't know if tonight's the right time to do it or not. But I really want to touch base on. Everybody knows that the system is messed up. Everybody knows that these holidays are man-made and they're for the wrong reasons. Oh, there you go. Ambien's not celebrating. Of course, he's not, because he's like I am. We're the same. But yeah, everybody's out there celebrating and stuff like that, knowing that it's pagan religion, knowing that it's man-made, knowing that something ain't right. If they can make this holiday, and there's a reason for this holiday, how do they have the right to change the dates whenever they want to? They can move it forward. They can push it back. I read a thing. They said every 5 to 6 years they change the date on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I saw that video. That's something about that they did it like a week before.
Yeah, but every 5 to 6 years they can change it. So like the last time it was late in November was in 2019. So 5 years later, then they changed it again late in the evening, late in November. If it's a holiday, now correct me if I'm wrong, it was because that date was made because something huge happened within history that they had to market that. Isn't that what holidays are for?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then how can they pick and choose when to change it?
You know, the world, they choose to just come up with their own thing. To it's kind of like sometimes in today's society and the world as a whole is a people pleaser within itself because they just try to come up with these things to make the world at peace or to make times happy. Who's to say that this is the time, this December time, we have to associate this with this Santa Claus character and snow and gifts and all this stuff, and November has to be. And a lot of people don't really realize, and you know, what the real meaning of Thanksgiving is. And once I learned actually what it was, you know, once I became an adult, it blew my mind away. You know, and I mean, we learned about it, and we learn about this stuff somewhat when we're in school. They don't teach us the whole exact thing or meaning behind it. They teach us the version that's kid friendly.
So he said that they're celebrating the extermination of their ancestors. That's crazy to me. I can't wrap my head around it. I can't wrap my head around Christmas because it even says in the Bible that they will grab and it doesn't say a Christmas tree. It says a pine. It says a tree. It says and they will wrap it with silver and gold and they will celebrate. Don't do it. Don't listen to that. Don't follow by that. Yet people still celebrate that and then they put God with it to make it make sense. And I can't wrap my head around even when it's right in front of our face. They're telling us right to us. Yet we all still participate. And then we make excuses. This is what last week was about too. Making excuses, or not last week, but Tuesdays. We make excuses. We say, "Well, we're not celebrating Thanksgiving because what their tradition is. We're just all getting together, eating, and enjoying family." You're still celebrating it.
That's what I always say. Yep.
It doesn't matter. You can make an excuse to lessen why you're doing it. You're still doing it. So you can lessen the excuse all you want to why you're doing it. It doesn't matter. The devil don't matter. It don't matter to the devil what your reasoning is. You're still participating. That's what they want.
It sucked because that was unfortunately the only time that our family ever got together. Was literally, as I can remember as a kid, this was it. And I'm like, how come we can't do it during other times? This was the only time. And it seems like that's what a lot of the world is. Like, get together on a Monday or pick a random
day. Pick a random day and say, this is what we're going to do every year. We're going to just come together this year at this time. Everybody get together. Make a date that's convenient for everybody. And pick that day. Why does it have to be a day that the government says in history? For what? To give thanks for what? What are you giving thanks for? Do you even really know what happened? Do you even know what they did?
Yeah. Or funerals. That's another thing that bring people together. Unfortunately.
When people celebrate the Day of the Dead, do you really know what you're celebrating? You're celebrating Halloween. Do you really know what you're doing? And then you're dressing your kids up to do this. I can't, now that I've seen and I've know, and now that I was speaking to you about this earlier, now that I know what I know, I can't unknow it. I can't unsee it. I can't be okay with participating now that I know. If I would have known I was signing my son off with this birth certificate, I wouldn't have done it. If I would have known about cutting the umbilical cord, I wouldn't have done it. I didn't know that stuff. But now that I know, I can't go undo what I know. Look at all the energy that they give to those holidays. It's power. It's the devil. Oh, I agree completely. I agree. I agree completely. Completely. You know that we're on the same. We marry. You know that. So I agree completely. And it's the thing is that people wrap that much energy around just loving each other without having a reason on a government or a man-made or a pagan holiday. If they just had that much energy to love one another on a daily basis.
And I think that everybody actually knows that now. I think that is just when it comes that, especially I think once we become adults, that's when we actually learn this, and it, we just that just don't care. They still push it on there because we all learn once we get an adult that there ain't no Santa Claus. We know that, and that's something that we all know. There ain't no Easter Bunny or any of that stuff. And I just think that once we become adults, we all learn that this is what Thanksgiving mean. And they just people still choose to do it or force it toward the kids and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that I never understood.
And that's what I said to him. That's what I said about Tuesday. If you know better, why make excuses? Why not just change?
Yeah.
We know the government's rigged. We know that it's for corruption. We know that it's here to harm us, but yet we're still following the system. We know the dollar amount ain't really nothing but a piece of paper, and it's not backed by anything, but yet we're still trying to kill ourselves to make somebody else rich and follow the system because that's what the agreements that were put upon us. I can't wrap my head around knowing and still doing it. Because I know I won't do. I can't unknow anymore. I can't. And then tonight's subject's about seeing the bigger picture. People worry about the things that are happening right now. They don't sit and think about what the outcome is in the long run. Why don't you not worry about just live in the moment and not worry about this little moment and worry about the bigger picture? Because what if, let's just say, because I don't really believe this is going to happen either, but what if we're all going to get justified and have to judge ourselves for what we done? What if that is the case? And every holiday we celebrated the devil. What if God was like, nah, bro. That's a check against you. Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, it would be a heck of a that would be a heck of a scenario right there.
I mean, what if that was it? And I'm gonna say something else that a lot of people won't believe with, and it's pretty heavy to me. But when Jesus was here, I'm telling you, through the blood of Jesus Christ is not the only way you're going to get to heaven. My opinion only. And we'll get a lot of backlash for that, and I don't care. I don't care that I see the world differently. I love how I see the world. I'm not hurting you by me seeing the world this way. I'm telling you, when Jesus said, like me, he means think like I do, act like I do, know that there's a reason why. I have to find myself inside myself to free myself from this realm in order for me to stop coming back here. And I spoke to you again on this about this today too. We're not coming back over and over and over and over and over and over. It's all happening now in different timelines. It's all happening now in different frequencies. Past, present, future, all that now in different frequencies. We're now still out of our body. I'm not the only one that feels this way, though. I know I'm not. Because every day I meet somebody who's just like me, thinks like me, feels like I do too. So I'm telling you, I know that I'm not alone. It's just hard because there's not a lot of people talking about it because we get shut down.
Mm-hmm.
The more we make noise, the more we get shut down.
Yeah, those are the subjects that
Blind and the, what's he say?
in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man, the king. And then after that's all I see after that.
Crazy. I just don't, I can't receive it. I can't understand it. I can't accept it, and I won't. And now that I know, I'm not going to push it upon. I feel bad when I was younger because I used to tell my son, being blessed was the way to go. Blessed,
Mm-hmm.
blessed, blessed, blessed. Everything was blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored. Blessed, 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 blessed. And then I read what the word blessed meant. I pushed Christmas. I put up the tree. I did all that. I pushed that so that he could pass it on to his kids because I wanted them to have that instilled into them to make these memories without realizing I was actually poisoning my child. And I was passing that on because I knew no better. Not everybody's meant to go at the same time, and I'm okay with that, and I can receive that. A lot of them aren't going to go the same time we do, and I'm okay with that because eventually everybody's going to get there. It's just going to be on their time when they're ready. Until then, we're going to repeat this cycle, and we're going to be in this hamster wheel. We're going to keep going over and over and over until you free yourself. In the land of the blind, one-eyed man king. We're going to keep repeating that cycle. We're going to keep on doing it. And history is his story. It's only his story. And whoever he is who made it. And there's a reason why he told it. The same reason why the Bible got touched and pages got taken out and chapters and books and are removed, that we can't know the truth. I'm not saying Jesus didn't exist, and I'm not saying that Jesus wasn't a prophet. Jesus had it. He had it all figured out. Because he knew his purpose. We don't know our purpose, so we're just going to walk around here and believe what we want to believe because it sounds good. Everybody wants something to believe in. Start believing in yourselves. Start seeing the bigger picture. I don't care. I'd rather be me than this cookie cutter image of just like you to get accepted. Because it's not you that I need to be accepted by. I need to be accepted by the Most High and myself.
Yeah.
Meow.
Bird cat. That's a signature. Chirp me out. How you doing, Bird cat? Thanks for joining us tonight.
He said, Happy Thanksgiving. So seeing the bigger picture means considering the overall content and long-term implications of a situation. Rather than focusing solely on the small details, that it's about understanding how individuals' elements fit into a large system or goal, allowing for better decisions, making it an strategic planning. Key points about seeing the bigger picture. Beyond details, it involves stepping back from the intermediate concerns to analyze the broader perceptive impact and decision making. By considering the wider content or context, one can make more informed choices that align with the long-term objects. relevant in various situations, whether it's personal life, work, community. Understanding the bigger picture can help navigate complex scenarios. Example situations. At work, a team member might focus on completing their individual task while a leader sees the bigger picture by understanding how those tasks contribute to the overall project success. In a community, an individual might advocate for a local park improvement, but someone seeing the bigger picture would consider the broader environmental impact on the entire neighborhood. Now, there he is.
No.
Peace and love.
Hi.
Hey, Henry.
So,
Hey.
We're
You're not a
talking-
bubble.
you're not a bubble, Danny.
Here, you'll have better.
You'll be live on the internet.
You can take that to back.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I love you, Harry.
I couldn't upload it right
Hi.
away. That is my alter ego.
I guess I can sneak over. Hi.
Hi, love you.
Love you.
So, I was talking about people knowing better yet still doing the exact same thing with celebrating holidays and traditions and whatnot because they make the excuse of we're just getting together. We're not celebrating it for the reason that the government wants us to celebrate it. We're celebrating it for our own reasons. And I'm still thinking that you're still celebrating it, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the excuse is why you're doing it.
I would
But-
hang out with Harry regardless.
You guys do that all the time, every weekend, so it's not a big deal. You guys eat and you whatever, and so that's not an issue. I'm not talking about what you're doing now.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in general when families only
No,
get
but
together
it's
during
like-
that time.
Yes, we should have more natural get-togethers, but it's almost predetermined in our society to get together on holidays, and because of that, we put a lot of expectations, even unreasonable ones, on ourselves and others, and sometimes it can be implosive or explosive. I especially remember that grandparents used to hold most of that together, and it seems like that's kind of a bygone era as well.
And we all know that the reasoning for the holidays is pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah,
all
we've
know
been,
this, but yet we still pick those days still to get together because it's habit.
You get work off.
Yeah,
That's why.
everyone has work off, so it's easiest to. Yeah.
So everybody should make up their own holiday and say that this is it, and this is the day we're taking off from work, and I don't care if I get paid or not. It's we're all sticking to this day, and this is how we're going to do it on this day.
That's
I
right.
don't get paid enough to do that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, and then he's like, I don't get paid enough to do that.
I get that. I get that at the end of the day
Okay,
too. And that's
that's
what I
a problem.
spoke about too. I spoke about the fact that we all know the dollar isn't backed by anything, but yet we're still killing ourselves trying to get it, even though it's just a piece of paper.
No.
I spoke on that too because
Society.
it's society in a whole.
It's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate what they've done to us. So we're talking about seeing the bigger picture. Though.
That's okay.
We're talking about seeing the bigger picture in a situation and not thinking about, shit. I lost somebody and now the holidays suck. Look beyond that. Look bigger than that. Look at the fact that, the ones that are here are still here. And screw the holiday at the end of the day anyways. Just love who's alive with you now and still come together. And you can still mourn people, but they're not gone forever. Unless you allow them to be.
No. It's a test of strength. This is the first Thanksgiving, one of the first Thanksgivings I've had since 2012 that has been really okay. And that was a test to myself because I lost my mom in 2012 on Thanksgiving, and it really screwed the holiday up for me because I always follow the holiday because everybody does. Now, I'm not going to say no to a nice dinner. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving or whatever the hell it is or whatever reason. I just kind of gravitate towards things. But I'm with we should have more get-togethers. Tomorrow's Henry Schul Day. So,
I like that.
Call your boss tonight.
Oh, poor Kendall. I pray you're safe.
Yeah.
I pray you're safe. But anyway, so like, I rather be me and think like I do and feel like I do than be like everyone else. At the end of the day, I'd rather be me, and I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm gonna take that with me because I like that. I like who I am. I don't want to be anybody else. I don't want to fit in. I rather think the way I think than think what the way they think. Because I was just talking to DDH, and I said, would it be weird that when Judgment Day comes that we had to judge ourselves for every single thing we done and hold ourselves in contempt for that? And that's how we were going to get to heaven. And I did the air quotes. So, like, would that be pretty fucked up? Like,
yeah, when I'm 16, that would be a really interesting time to get judged, but not my own judge. Like, man, you gotta remember where it's headed because I did some bad shit when I was 16 through 18.
But you'd be judging yourself on that.
Yeah. The good thing is that I just know I know I came out on top. I'm really happy today is good and things are different now. Oh, Kendall says she's okay, just dealing. I'll explain a bit after. That's good, Kendall. I mean, it's good that you're okay.
So I can't wrap my head around so much stuff. And there's so much unfairness. And we can't pinpoint it down to one thing in one episode. It's just there's so much unfairness. When I was reading the description of seeing the bigger picture, don't just worry about a park. Worry about the neighborhood. Don't just worry about this small thing right now because you're bigger than this. We're all bigger than this. And once we realize we're bigger than this, then maybe we will start acting like it. Because they really don't have no hold over us if we all
We
keep
can reach out. Yeah, that's what we talk about a lot. We're going to be mobilizing. Make sure yeah, that sounds good. Make sure you come check us out tomorrow too.
Tomorrow we're going to be
at the Detroit Shipping Co.
Yep, Detroit Shipping Code 474 Peterborough.
And you can help local artists and businesses in the Detroit area, especially by attending and popping in and checking out what they got. It's going to be really awesome. That's where it can start with good community effort.
From 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. It's only $10 to enter anyhow, I do believe. Just come. There's like 60 different artists performing. It's a great restaurant. All ages are welcome. There's going to be a lot of vendors there, a lot of business opportunities, a lot of
stages.
Ways to network.
Right?
Yeah, a lot of ways to network and to grow. That's what it's about, utilizing times and people and growing. And instead of just taking advantage of situations and allowing things to just be in mundane situations, you might as well utilize it. Sharing is caring. There's a lot of free things we can do. Love is free.
It is. We'll be there to share it.
I felt like crap all week.
Sparkly stuff.
It'll be a week tomorrow that I felt sick, and DDH is sick now.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry to hear that. It is that time of year.
Yes. It's about the time I always get sick.
From the temperature change.
It was ironic. Every other year,
cold.
for the longest time, I would be sick around my Earth date. Every other year. And I don't know if I talked myself into it or convinced myself that that was going to happen before it even happened, but it seemed like it happened every other year. Weirdest.
Yeah, like you're manifesting it now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this year
You
I'm
won't
gonna
be sick
okay.
on it.
Next
You
year I'll
won't
be
be sick on it.
no, because I'm already sick, so there's no way. It's not even. It's a month, so
That's right. You're getting it. You guys are getting it out of the way.
get it out early.
Do
I
it. Do it.
I just
I got
really,
the perpetual sniffles, which means I'm just gonna go hard on the mic all winter.
I really just want. I don't want to change people. I don't want to save anybody. I'm not that one. Henry does, not me. I don't. I really just want people to pick a side if you're gonna do a side.
Whoa.
Pick a side. If you're gonna go,
I don't want to change anybody.
no, you want a better place of living and the system change. I don't think we're gonna ever be able to change the system. I just
No, probably not. I mean, you take the small steps.
yeah, I just don't think that's of us. I think that's demonic and that's not in our pay range.
Well, no, you say someone's totally burnt out, says fuck everything. I hate the system. I hate everything. I'm giving up completely. I would like, and I have been, and I got a lot of people I talk to who are just like, you don't have to do that. You got to try and fight through it. Shit. There's some hard shit. What's Kendall going through? What we got? She said, that's epic. And yeah, holidays. I would personally get so annoyed every year with all the invitations where I just wanted to be left alone. Due to constantly dealing with loss of loved ones right after another, or when level families would get together, they would be always disrespectful or criticizing, to the point I wanted nothing to do with it. I would only go because my mom would ask in honor of our loved ones being gone, and I would just get so emotionally I'm mentally shut down. And then I don't ... So that's going through a lot. Yeah. And if and the loved ones don't want everybody to fight. That's not on their agenda. If you have lost loved ones, I promise you, your lost loved ones don't want everybody to fight. Because that sucks.
Yeah.
So, worry about the bigger picture. Think of the bigger picture. You only can control you. You can't control anybody else around you. You only can control how you receive them and how you, outlet towards them. That's the only thing you can control. You cannot control how they're going to be. So at the end of the day, be mindful of that and just worry about you and mind your own business and let them be them, because it doesn't affect you if you don't allow it to.
Yes. Try not to mirror them or respond in kind.
And you have choices. Go, but still stay true to self. Or don't go and disappoint people. At the end of the day, someone's going to be pissed off and you're always going to be a victim. And some reason you're going to be the one to blame if you allow it.
Mm-hmm.
If you allow it. Because you don't have to allow it. It still may go on, but it may not affect you if you don't allow it. That's the bigger picture.
It's hard not to, but once you start practicing it helps. Yes, the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that if someone's starting a bunch of shit with you and you don't have anything to worry about, you don't have to invite that madness into your head. They're going to make themselves mad about it. They already have. And it's going to make everybody even madder if you don't respond in a way that looks like you have been victimized.
Today, I dealt with a situation today within myself, and I kept telling myself, that is not going to live rent-free in my head because that is not my agreement. And I went to sleep just fine because I had to tell myself that wasn't going to live rent-free in my head because that was not my agreement. Because how people perceive you can't worry about how you're perceived if that is not your intent. Because they're going to perceive you however they want to perceive you. It has nothing to do with you. It has a lot to do with them. Because if they seen you in the same light you've seen them in, they wouldn't perceive you in that light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. There's no way around it. and letting it live rent free inside of you is a choice you are making. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if people think there's obstacles and then that sometimes you don't have that choice. That's not true. You always have that fucking choice. You always have the choice to allow what you want within you. Hello, Coco.
There are presentable obstacles that I think are put in play. Yeah, no one's paying attention to me now. It's just all cat, isn't it? There are a lot of obstacles. I think they want you to have obstacles they're unreasonable, especially set in today's modern age. But it still is up to you whether or not you let those get to you. And Kendall says I had to delete family members off my account for my protection on some protocols I've been facing. And yeah, that's part of it, you know. It makes sense dearly too. I love them dearly, but I'm better off without. Yeah. So you can't let that get to you. That's one of those things. It'll drive you crazy.
You could still love. And when someone did something to me and it hurt me. And I went up to them and I said, you can't whatever I am to you. You may think you can, but I'm still going to be that, whether you like it or not. Because it's a choice that I'm taking too. Because you may say that I'm no longer your friend or whatever, but in my head, if I say I'm still your friend, I'm going to be your friend, bro. You can't unfriend me if I don't let it happen. You could stop talking to me, you can move away from me, but that can't. I'll still be like, yeah, that's my friend. If I want it. Mm-hmm. If I was that crazy and retarded and really cared enough about somebody.
My mom taught me to be it.
Your mom.
You gotta have good perception of yourself. Even if you're a piece of shit, you can still have good self-esteem. And protect yourself. My mom taught me about that. She goes, you know what, Tom? I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll be sober, but you'll still be a failure. Because my mom really knew how to push buttons. Yeah. And she really believed in herself, even when she knew she was a piece of shit. And it shows you that you can be quite unbothered by somebody. Now, my dad was not unbothered by that statement. Actually, it really got to him. But the difference is he didn't have any reason to, and she had every reason in the world. But she totally just broke him down with perception.
And we could do that if we allow it. It's a choice we're allowing. We do have that right, whether people think you don't or don't. You don't have to take every agreement as if they're yours just because someone said them.
No.
That's that control. That's that bigger picture. See the bigger picture. Because usually when someone's lashing out and trying to hurt you, it's because they're hurting on the inside. 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with you.
Most people.
It has to do with them. Promise you. 9 times.
And most horrible abusers had horrible pasts.
Facts. Because someone done it to them. Most people that are narcissists, and I don't like to use that word like that because I know it's a label that everybody can become one. But most people are by habit or association because it was done to them. Nobody knows what something is until someone tells them what it is.
Narcissist is one of those words like demure that gets thrown around a lot today now, isn't it?
Yeah. Or ADHD. Everybody has it.
There's a few of them like that.
Yeah.
Clinical terms, too.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Everyone has ADHD. My doctor indeed did diagnose me with ADHD when I was younger, and they put me on several different types of prescription medication for it before I said, fuck it. I'm just going to live like a maniac.
And it's usually for those that are have a big imagination and really talented and don't listen to the rules. Them are the ones that have ADHD. It's controlled. If they can't control you, they're going to try to control you with medication.
Yeah, I did really well. I did horribly in school. I did awful. Medicine, yeah. I did awful in school, but I loved judo and I loved sports and go-karts and extracurricular activities like skateboarding, guitar, and music and shit. But I always failed in school because I never enjoyed learning in that way.
There's other
Or
ways. Yeah,
everything else they tried to teach me in school was applied outside of school.
forced. It's the forced ideal. They were forcing something upon you.
When we got Kendall, yeah, my dad would always.
Go ahead.
What's that?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I got a real bad lag. I was saying, yeah. Kendall said, yeah, my dad would always call me a mistake, and I said, thank you. That sucks, but
Oh, man.
brushing it off.
Well, it's been only because he felt like he was. That's usually the case. When people say things, it's what they're usually feeling about themselves. I get called fat sometimes by someone who I love. And it's weird because, like, I only weigh 150 something and I'm 5'9", almost 5'10". So I don't know where my fat could be, but like, okay. And I told him the other day, I said, you're going to have to think of a different way of trying to hurt my feelings, because calling me fat ain't going to work anymore, dude. Because like, it's just not true. I look at you and when you say it, I just want to laugh. So like, find something else that's going to hurt me, because that ain't.
I love that. I love that shit. Yeah, pick something easy, motherfucker.
Pick something that's truthful.
Pick something you know you're gonna win at.
Make fun of my hair, please. Do something that's
Right?
truthful. Come on.
My teeth, it's easy.
That's what I'm saying. Make fun of my ethers. Do something different. Today I look like I never brush my hair, because I don't.
You don't have hair. You got a lovely wrap on your head.
I'm just saying they could think of something else. There's so many other things that you could say that would hurt my feelings, that wouldn't hurt my feelings, because I'm not going to allow it. But if you wanted to, besides saying something that's so opposite, that'd be like saying to me, you know, oh, that's okay because you're orange.
You're so basic. Kimberly, you're so basic.
I know.
What a basic.
I'm thinking
You're a basic. You're polarizing sometimes.
Yeah, there you go. Tell me that.
So am I.
You weigh more than me, so why would you call me fat? That just makes no sense. But okay. I don't know. That's funny though. I mean, at the end of the day,
Fake news. Fake news.
At the end of the day, if someone says that, you know, that you were a mistake, that's because they feel that they were. I don't know. I don't see how someone's words are going to hurt my feelings.
Saying you're a mistake, it implies so much on the mistake maker. Like that's
what I'm saying.
What does that say about you?
Because you're the one who did it.
Way to shit in your own nuts on that one.
You're the one who did it. Did you slip and fall
Come
inside
on
my
now.
mom's vagina, sir? Is that what it was? Oops, I didn't mean it. It was an accident.
No, yeah. Whoopsie daisy. I haven't, you know, and your mistake is like writing books and playing in big concerts and shit. So I don't know. Everything seems relative. Your mistake seems pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Like,
Kendall's awesome. We love Kendall.
He said, "Oh no, I meant to put an X and not a Y. My bad." Like, scribble that out. I don't get where a mistake come when it comes to someone. You don't mistakenly have sex. I meant to go fill out the application.
There's no mistakes. There's only happy accidents.
There you go. And I don't even get that part. Like, that's just crazy to me. He's trying to hurt your feelings, and
Bob,
it was the dumbest thing ever.
shithole.
I know, so there's a bunch.
Yeah, well, let's see. Kendall says, yeah, I refused medical forces the crap. The doctors tried to give me, I kept arguing to the point I would put my foot down, and my mom was trying to make me take those meds when I knew it would fuck my body over when I was going through a severe depressive state. I was able to force myself to get out of it 2 years ago. Since then, I look back and realized it was very bad, and I'm still proud of myself for coming this far from survival mode. I'll gladly show what they've been trying to give me, too. Jeez, Kendall.
Jeez, Kendall. But at the end of the day, though, listen to this, Kendall. Your dad's got Alzheimer's.
No, my dad was a full asshole.
Yeah, but your dad's got Alzheimer's now. His karma, his karma energy, that's going to come back to him. And now he's got Alzheimer's. So you could just tell him anything about himself and tell him that he used to do this, and he won't know the difference. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Kimberly, you cold as ice, girl. Woo.
just saying.
You cold as ice.
Just saying.
Oh, shit. Woo.
At the end of the day, though, the energy that it takes to believe the stories that come from somebody who's miserable, obviously they're miserable, or they wouldn't be saying those things to you. And to believe that problem lies with you at the end of the day, because we allow it, we accept. Granted, you're a kid, but you didn't have, you know better. You knew better. You just knew better that that was just him. You didn't, like I did when my biological
Like
mom
if someone,
me, I moved away for 10 years and cut her out of my life. And she was not a part of my son's life until my son was older, so he could defend himself. And that's what it was. You have that choice when you're able to leave. You don't have to tolerate it. You don't. Because you can walk out when they're speaking to you. I don't care if the only time that you have to listen is when they lock the door and force you to stay where you're not wanted, but you don't have to receive it. You can hear it, but you don't have to receive it and make it become yours. You don't have to believe that bullshit that they're lying to you. The same thing about holidays. The same thing about all this shit. It's going to be told to us in books. It's going to be told to us in history, in schools. But you don't have to believe it. Bob Ross.
I didn't even say it.
She said, happy little accident.
Yes. That's exactly why I said that. I like Bob Ross. He's Bob Ross. What the hell else do I gotta say?
For real.
Just watch him.
For real.
TV had its highs. It did have its highs.
And it's all about your perception. It's all about how you see it. They can't change how you see things. They could try. But if you're authentic to yourself, you're going to stay true to yourself.
Yeah, maybe they're like, oh, this person's being too authentic. Pumps a bunch of unauthentic gas into your house. Big Brother's watching. No. That's what the viewers want to hear. No.
Wouldn't that be something if that was true?
It might be.
Could be.
It's a satire, though.
Satire.
Or a satire show.
For sure. It's not our fault. The people did it. It's the people's podcast.
No, yeah, that's right. So I've formulated these opinions. Large demographics of highly calculated information I've got from people. Yeah, in my geographic area. I've seen it, man.
I really just want people
to
love themselves. I really just wanted people to love themselves. That's all. And just realize that you have that choice. If you don't love yourself, then change it, because you're amazing. You have a purpose, or you wouldn't be here.
Don't believe what they say about you. Unless it's true, then change your shit.
Then
get it together, But if people, listen to if it's a criticism, if people are just talking shit about you because you're an easy target, you got to try and figure out and pick up on that. If you're asking why, then probably they're just being mean, But if you're a genuine piece of shit, change your ways, I guess. And maybe you're gonna get called out a lot more.
She wants you to say satire 5 times fast.
Satire.
That's 4.
I think that was 5. I don't know. I'm dyslexic.
That's fucking hilarious. You weren't even reading shit. That's fucking hilarious. You're so funny.
And that I do 5. I don't like 5 because it's an odd number, but it's my favorite odd number. because it looks like a S. And I vibe with that because that's my favorite letter.
If people don't know why I love you, they just don't know you.
God, there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with them. There's just something wrong with them. I swear. People don't know why I love you. I swear there's something wrong with them. Because you're fucking hilarious.
I'm not. It's unintentional. Satire. 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 Attire say. Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
speak pig Latin, English, and bad English.
I don't want to be on here long. I really honestly don't. I feel like
No, I'm full of tryptophan. My head's spinning.
I feel like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't look like shit. That's all that matters. And I just did a detox with my hair and put some flaxseed on. It looked like semen. I'm just gonna let you know. I ain't gonna hold you up. It was flaxseed.
You say cement or semen?
Semen. Sailors, the little sailors on a ship.
Who's flax?
So I used a quarter cup of
Did I say
flaxseed,
that?
whole flaxseed, and I put 2 cups of water and boiled it for 15 minutes. And then I took it and then I wringed it out, and it looked like a whole bunch of fishermen on a sailboat. And with the oils in my hair, and my hair feels oh so good.
Oh, hair treatment by Bang Bros, right?
Yes. But it's the knockoff.
There's a select few viewers who'd be like, "Oh, that's funny," but it ain't that funny.
It was the knockoff version, though. It was.
I like it. I would do it too
Yeah.
for hair care.
Flaxseed's so nice, and I threw a little bit of chia seed in there and a little bit of
Now what?
pumpkin spice in it for the smell.
It is. I put flaxseed in everything. I put it in pancakes and shit.
Yeah.
Really good.
She said it looks like sperm eggs. No, afterwards. It's the
Flaxseed.
afterwards.
Ah, it's, you know what? We haven't mentioned what day it is, but we've talked about sperm a lot, and I really appreciate this podcast for that. It's really funny to me.
Very, very beneficial. Very beneficial, and it makes me feel good on the inside. If my stomach felt better, I chewed on a garlic clove. Just chewed on a garlic clove. I don't suggest that to everybody.
Yum.
If you can't handle it, but if you can do it,
I
please.
love
There's a lot of beautiful benefits to that too. And then I put some apple cider
There is. It's
vinegar
intense.
inside my water, and I feel a lot better. To be real with you. Hi, Gato. We were talking
And-
about semen.
Yeah. And then this little white guy. You're not. You're a cat.
Oh, Kendo.
No getting semen on the cat.
Look what Kendo said.
Flax D's nuts.
Kendo. All right. Well, I want to wrap this up. I want everybody to love themselves and fuck the holidays. And I don't care if we get shut down about it. Come out tomorrow to the Detroit Shipping Co.
For the holidays thing?
Yeah.
We're going to be there. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Shiny. Sequins.
Jewsby's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Henry's going to be there. A lot of dope artists are going to be there. A couple radio stations are going to be there. There's going to be like 50 dope artists. There's going to be like 6 different podcast / radio stations. So come on out. It's in Detroit. If you're around Detroit area, come on out. If you're not around the Detroit area, well, I feel bad for you because that's a dope place. So come on out.
Fly in. Detroit Metro. Real close.
Real close. It's only like 45 minutes away, half an hour away from the Detroit Shipping Company.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There we go.
You can get an Uber. But anyways, I'm done with this show.
Okay. It's the best one ever, though.
I love you all, and may everybody's night be full of positive
I love
energy,
you
high
all.
vibrations, and celebrate the bullshit if you want to. I'm not going to. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. When them tries to kill you. But with faith you recover. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can't be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable with